This is the most weird guitar I've ever built so far. You may say I'm insane. Save guitars that are about to die. To make one guitar out of these two. It's all falling apart. This is going to be such a Frankenstein. Hey guys, welcome back to my humble workshop. Look what I'm going to show you today. You know, the other day I recorded a video where I unboxed two very interesting guitars that I received as a present from a friend of mine. They were very old Soviet era guitars. They were made in early Soviet Union period. One of them was 70, 80 years old, while the other one is more like modern, from modern Soviet period. And I was racking my mind what to do with these guitars, because I didn't want to restore a guitar that was initially like ill-designed. You know, when the guitar is brand new and it doesn't work very well, it doesn't have any good sound, it's kind of waste of time to restore such a guitar, even after several decades. I don't restore guitars for museums. I restore them for playing, for guitarists. And you see, the condition of those guitars was very poor. It's all falling apart. Its plywood goes, each layer goes separate. And then I decided to build these so-called double-decker. Look what I mean. I'm going to remove this rubbish. It's only to show you its initial condition, what I had to work with. The guitars were very small, and then I decided to make one guitar out of these two, and I use the back of the older one. I like what it looks like. I like its material, but it was very narrow here in its sides. I decided to use part of the other guitar to make it wider. And what is the idea behind this? You know, traditional dreadnought guitars have a very loud sound with a lot of low frequencies, and guitarists tend to put it down to the volume. And I decided to make a guitar which has a soundboard with lower area, but the guitar's body has pretty well the same volume as a traditional dreadnought guitar. I'm curious to find out what affects this type of sound more, its volume or the soundboard area. Because, you know, when it's bigger, it can vibrate with lower frequencies, but on the other way, the volume also matters. But well, let's now, you may say I'm insane because it's much easier to buy a new piece of tone wood and make new sides. But you know, it goes contrary to my initial idea, to my, say, mission. And what I mean by this, what my mission is to save guitars that are about to die. Usually people throw such guitars away, put them in bonfires, burn them, but I carefully restore them, meticulously glue every piece, trying to bolster it. And that is what I did here. I glued all the broken layers together. Then I added some struts to bolster it. I used very fluid epoxy resin that filled in all the cavities, all the cracks here, and now it's solid stiff body that will work as an anchor where I'll put soundboard on that will work like a membrane. This is my idea how to reach high quality sound. Also, I had to add this metal rod. It's not my invention. It comes from Schutzer from later 19th century or early 20th century from Vienna. This is how those guitars were built. They were quite wide, and to prevent their sides from moving, Luther's used this rod. Here I initially decided to make solid blocks, but it turned out to be not enough, and so I had to add this rod as well to make it absolutely stiff here, which allows me to make the soundboard thin to produce better projected, like louder sound. What about the soundboard? I decided to try so-called V-style bracing, which comes from modern American Taylor guitars. So this is going to be such a Frankenstein, I think, very old wood, like kind of antique construction of its body, and modern bracing on its soundboard. And on top of it, I'm going to add a modern Chinese neck to this guitar. This is the most weird guitar I've ever built so far. I think the most insane projects are still to be realized. I'm just kind of testing the waters here to let my devious mind flourish later, bringing to life some even more bizarre ideas. But now let's see what we will have with this guitar. It's a lot of work ahead. Today I'm going to adjust its soundboard and cover the guitar. Then I'll restore its appearance to make it smooth, then to paint it. Then I'll have to add the neck. Here is the neck I'm going to use. So it will be something like this. Will be similar to a parlor guitar. So guys, that's it for today. I familiarized you with this project. Later I'll show what I managed to get from it. But for now, that's it. Take care, guys. Bye bye. See you later.